A demonstration of setting up the DOF helper in 3D Studio Max. I've got a simple couple of models, and what I want to achieve is having the turret rotate and also having the barrel rotate, such as this. So, in the Create panel, go to Falcon Exporter, select the F4 DOF and create a DOF. When you create the DOF, you can choose the height and width. Now, as you can see, there is sort of an arrow on the helper, which points in the direction that the DOF will rotate. Now, we want to attach this, or attach the turret to the DOF. But first of all, we need to put the DOF in the correct position so that the object rotates around it. I move the DOF to the position where I want it to rotate. So the easiest thing to do here is to align it. Okay, so I've aligned it to the center of the sphere. However, it's still rotating in the wrong direction. At the minute, the DOF's going to rotate this way, and we don't want that to happen. So if I rotate the DOF around, okay, like this, you see the DOF is now going to rotate in a clockwise direction. Probably actually best to have it rotate in an anti-clockwise direction, just for model setup purposes. So now I need to link the object I want to rotate to the DOF. Now if I export this, see the summary tells me that we've exported one DOF. And then if I rotate this now, you can see the DOF rotates in the direction that I expected. Now, to view the rotation in the OpenGL viewer, you can do it two ways. First of all, you can press the spacebar, which brings up the little helper panel, open up the DOF panel, and then you can use this spinner control to alter the angle that the DOF rotates to. Alternatively, in the interface, simply press D and then the number of DOF you want to rotate. You can see that's 0 here. Press enter, and then that will rotate that particular DOF. To rotate it, hold down your Alt key and your left mouse button, and then just move your mouse left and right. Okay, so that's one DOF set up. So I'm now going to set up the DOF for the barrel. So create the DOF and then align it to the barrel's pivot point. Okay, now this one I need to rotate again. Okay, and then I need to make sure I attach the barrel to that DOF and that DOF to either the geometry that the other DOF is got a child of, or the actual DOF itself. So now we've got the turret connected to the first DOF and then the barrel connected to the second DOF. Now we need to change the DOF number that's being used. So I'll change the barrel to use DOF 1. Although it says right stabilizer, that's the aircraft name for that particular DOF. So select all these again, export, and now I have DOF 0 going left and right, and if I press D1, and then I can see that the barrel goes up and down. With a simple DOF, which we've got here for the rotate, it would just simply rotate for that for a given angle. X rotate gives us more control. So for instance, we might want to give a maximum value that DOF can rotate to. So I've put in the maximum as 45 and enable the check limits setting. If I export this now, okay, I'll just use the helper this time so you can see. If I now change this to when we get to 45, you can see that the barrel has actually stopped moving.